Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and I come before you today to chuckle at the latest Disney scandal. Only this time, it's not a rumor. Oh no. This bit of bad news for Disney is all too real, confirmed and broken by Deadline, and thus all we need do is sit back, have a laugh at the madness going on behind the magic curtain, and wonder how many times Disney is willing to be kicked in the financial nuts by Kathleen Kennedy. That's right, my friends. Alas and alack, once again, it seems KK has damaged Lucasfilm and Disney in a glaringly public way, and I don't see any easy way out for the mouse this time. The center of this controversy is squarely rooted in one of Lucasfilm's most troubling instances of cultural vandalism, the Acolyte, Leslie Headland and Kathleen Kennedy's take on a gynocentric woke version of Star Wars that no one asked for and no one wants.
Well, at least no one who isn't sporting purple hair, nose rings, pronouns in their bios, and a strong conviction that testosterone is poison. I think, to be clear, you should simply say, the Acolyte is a woke version of Star Wars that no fan asked for and no sensible human being wants.
I will accept your amendment to my thesis, Skull of Calderon. Well said. Yes, the Acolyte promises to be the worst entry in Disney Star Wars to date, and that's saying a lot, given how Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Book of Bacta Fett was so bad it could suck the peanuts out of elephant shit from 100 yards away through a crazy straw. But I feel it's clearly true. I mean, look at the cast of the Acolyte. It's like they recruited the entire cast from a safe space at a corporate sensitivity seminar next door to a Lilith Fair concert featuring Greta Thunberg singing We Shall Overcome while wearing Che Guevara panties, meaning they're grape flavored. It's on brand, but I digress. The point I'm making is, at this point, I have an almost metaphysical certitude that the Acolyte is going to be a fucking disaster that makes Obi-Wan Kenobi pale in comparison. My Hollywood spies have told me for a long time that this project has been delayed because it was so bad, there was just no way to move forward with it. Apparently, they've had false starts and stops for a long time now, and as a result of these stops and starts, my friends, it appears Kathleen Kennedy has found a brand new way to make the Acolyte hurt Disney with a lawsuit. Yes, indeed. As a result of these stops and starts in the Acolyte, Deadline is reporting that Lucasfilm is being sued by Executive Producer Karyn McCarthy for breach of contract and some alleged contractual encounters of the shady kind. Hollywood is famous for shady shit when it comes to contracts, but this shit takes the cake, if Deadline is reporting this correctly, and I have no reason to doubt the veracity of their account. Here's what they said in their article titled, Lucasfilm Sued for Egregious Axing of Producer Karyn McCarthy from Star Wars series The Acolyte. The article begins, quote, Lucasfilm has been hit with a breach of contract lawsuit over the upcoming The Acolyte. Baller's executive producer Karyn McCarthy has taken the Kathleen Kennedy-run Disney division to court over being pink-slipped from the Leslie Headland-created series last year after just a few weeks of work. What makes this action all the more bitter and telling of streamer competition for top talent is that UTA rep McCarthy was being actively courted by Apple at the same time to help run their eventual Colin Farrell starring PI series Sugar, according to the March 7th filing. Deciding to throw her lot in with potential long-term commitment to Lucasfilm and The Acolyte in early April of 2022, McCarthy found herself in an employment Death Star and no cash to show for it at the sudden end, it seems. Or put in bottom line terms, as a result of its bad faith and wrongful termination, defendants deprived Ms. McCarthy significant employment from which she would have earned millions of dollars over the life of the series. Unquote.
Oh dear, oh dear. For someone who claims to want to further the cause of girl power in Star Wars, in Lucasfilm, in Hollywood, and indeed across the entire world. It's awful funny to hear that KK screwed over a fellow sister, Doomcock. That ain't no way to treat a lady, no way.
Holy shit! This story is so bad it turned Harvey Cthulhu into Helen Reddy.
Hey, what can I say? I'm Cthulhu. Hear me roar.
I hear you, Harvey, I hear you. But yes, this lawsuit gives us a glimpse into the inner workings of Lucasfilm and I think goes a long way towards explaining why so many Star Wars productions suck, why they go over budget time and time again, why directors get fired, productions get halted, scripts are rewritten over and over again. Lucasfilm under Kathleen Kennedy is a confused, penny-ante, nickel-and-diming affair. Only this time someone is alleging their career was damaged and opportunities were lost as a result of these shenanigans, and it seems a steep price may have to be paid. The article continues, quote, "After setting up the corporate pursuit by Apple and Lucasfilm and how McCarthy was the choice for the Acolyte, the jury-seeking complaint details how she got to work quickly on April 7th, 2022, and how a broad strokes agreement full of UK hotel allowances and per diems was sent to her agent David Morris on April 11th. Then it all seems to go wrong, fast. 2 weeks later, without explanation, without reason, without justification, Lucasfilm told McCarthy it wanted out of the deal," reads the 12-page filing in Los Angeles Superior Court. By this time, the Apple offer was gone. Apple had to move on and found another executive producer for Sugar. McCarthy now had neither deal, unquote.
Ouch! So Ms. McCarthy claims she passed up on a legit offer from Apple to be an exec producer on Sugar in response to this agreement from Lucasfilm, but then Lucasfilm copped out and she lost both exec producing gigs as a result? How much did she lose, Doomcock?
Well, Harvey, she lost quite a bit, according to this lawsuit. The article states that Karyn McCarthy was prepared to take all of this in stride. It is Hollywood, after all. The boulevard of broken dreams winds through it like poison. She was all ready to walk away with a shrug and say, well, that's showbiz. But alas, Harvey, the situation was worse than she knew, because allegedly Lucasfilm was going to try and screw her over even worse. As the article states, quote, "That's where things appeared to get messy, even by Tinseltown standards. When McCarthy went to Lucasfilm and requested to be paid, Lucasfilm denied that they even had an agreement, even though, 1, they had made their offer containing all of the material deal points, 2, McCarthy accepted that offer, 3, Lucasfilm had McCarthy start right away, and 4, Lucasfilm sent to McCarthy a memorandum of agreement memorializing the terms, including that McCarthy had already commenced working. In further disregard of McCarthy and the work she had already done, Lucasfilm offered to pay McCarthy $5,000 for a single day's work. McCarthy rejected Lucasfilm's anemic and insulting offer, and even though Lucasfilm acknowledged that McCarthy had in fact performed work for it, Lucasfilm never paid McCarthy for that work. McCarthy is therefore forced to bring this action to hold Lucasfilm accountable."
Well, ain't that a kick in the head? It isn't bad enough that Kennedy has tarnished the Star Wars brand in the eyes of fans with substandard productions and insults to the heroes of that franchise, but now Kennedy's making Lucasfilm look shady in the eyes of Hollywood. Oh, gee, she's just the gift that keeps on giving, isn't she?
Hey, what can I say? According to this report, McCarthy's legal team are attacking this case from multiple angles, alleging that McCarthy lost out on millions of dollars by losing these executive producer gigs, and it's just a terrible look for Lucasfilm, a pain in the ass for Disney, and a kick in the vajayjay for girl power advocacy. I mean, shit on a stick, people. How can you support female empowerment when you get Gina Carano fired for nothing at all, and then screw over a female executive producer this badly, offering her peanuts for all the trouble that they allegedly caused? This case will either be settled quickly for an undisclosed sum, just to get it out of the way, or Disney is headed for major embarrassment in a trial. But either way, seems to me we'll keep an eye on this case as it develops, and I tell you this, regarding the Acolyte, This deal is getting worse all the time. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.